Which character's emoji? Guess the first character.
And forgot all about my plan. Ugh. Road, give me a lift.
Let's see if you can crack this one. Excellent work. It's Plankton.
And forgot all about my plan. Ugh. Road, give me a lift, and then you can go.
Guess the next one.
Plankton, what did you do to make Karen so angry? I read all about that in...
What do you think? That is right. It's SpongeBob.
Plankton, what did you do to make Karen so angry? I read all about that in my super psychiatrist comic book.
Next question.
You see this, boyo? We really tricked him into thinking we left. And bugs like you.
Who do you think this is? Great job. It's Mr. Krabs.
You see this, boyo? We really tricked him into thinking we left. And bugs like you belong outside.
Get ready to guess the next character.
SpongeBob! I'm your upstairs neighbor now!
Who has this mysterious voice? Brilliant answer. It's Patrick Star.
Huh?
Patrick!
SpongeBob! I'm your upstairs neighbor now! Check out the...
Here is another one for you.
Our evil alliance is through! This supercomputer is...
Any guesses on the identity? That is correct. It's Karen.
Our evil alliance is through! This supercomputer is going to unleash...
Next character. Get ready.
There appears to be a giant... There appears to be a metal across the bikini.
Who could be behind this voice? Excellent work. It's Perch Perkins.
There appears to be a giant... There appears to be a metal across the bikini bottom!
Can you name the next character?
Ocean. The sunny moon.
What do you think? That is right. It's Gary.
Ocean. The sunny moon.
Guess the next in line.
Oh, thank Neptune. Whatever.
I'm curious. Who do you think this is? Great job. It's Squidward.
Oh, thank Neptune. Whatever. I wish I never came back.
Can you recognize the character?
Without that chip, she can't feel anything for anyone.
Can you guess the character? Brilliant answer. It's Mrs. Puff.
Without that chip, she can't feel anything for anyone. Can you do that? Can you just say you're sorry?
Of course.
Who's the next character in line?
I bet you never even loved her.
That's...
Does this emoji look familiar to you? That is correct. It's Pearl Krabs.
I bet you never even loved her.
That's...
For coffee 7 days a week, and she complains about you.
Ready for the next character.
Good thing she's doing it with Plankton and not on her own.
Only a genius can get this one right. Excellent work. It's Sandy Cheeks.
Good thing she's doing it with Plankton and not on her own. What in tarnation did you do to our friend Karen?
Time for the next character.
I seek the one known as Eugene Krabs. May he live on to you.
What about this one? That is right. It's King Neptune.
I seek the one known as Eugene Krabs. May he... I'm on to you, Krabs! You have stolen the royal crab...
Guess which character this is.
Whosoever sets foot on the Flying Dutch, anyone else like to enter the fly...
Any guesses on the identity? Great job. It's the Flying Dutchman.
Whosoever sets foot on the Flying Dutch, anyone else like to enter the fly of despair?
Who could be behind this voice?
Welcome to my Temple of the Bods. Must be shut.
Let's see if you can crack this one. Brilliant answer. It's Larry the Lobster.
Welcome to my Temple of the Bods. Must be shy about his first day. If you want to work out,
Guess the next one.
Banco!
it's bingo.
Who do you think this is? That is correct. It's Mermaid Man.
Banco!
It's bingo.
Are they here to fix the TV?
Get ready to guess the next character.
Right, so what's your supervillain power? Impressive. So,
What do you think? Excellent work. It's Man Ray.
right, so what's your supervillain power? Impressive. So, where do you see yourself in the next...
Can you spot 3 differences between these pictures? These are the 3 differences. Can you spot the odd one out? This one is odd from the rest. Plankton movie characters and their favorite snacks. Plankton, Doritos, SpongeBob, Funyuns, Karen, Chex Mix, Patrick Star, Pocky, Sandy Cheeks, Combos, Mr. Krabs, Chips Ahoy, Squidward, Ruffles, Mrs. Puff, Snyder's, Pearl, Lay's, Gary the Snail, Protein Chips, Plankton movie characters and their favorite movies. Plankton, SpongeBob, SpongeBob, Despicable Me, Karen, Big Hero 6, Patrick Star, Finding Dory, Sandy Cheeks, Zootopia, Mr. Krabs, The Lorax, Squidward, The Grinch, Mrs. Puff, Cars, Pearl, Shark Tale, Gary the Snail, Turbo, Plankton movie characters and their favorite drinks. Plankton, Sprite, SpongeBob, Crush, Karen, Gatorade, Patrick Star, Poppy, Sandy Cheeks, Bang, Mr. Krabs, Prime, Squidward, 7-Up, Mrs. Puff, Root Beer, Pearl, Diet Pepsi, Gary the Snail, Starbucks Pink Drink, Plankton movie characters and their favorite apps. Plankton, WhatsApp, SpongeBob, Snapchat, Karen, Facebook, Patrick Star, Twitch, Sandy Cheeks, Emo, Mr. Krabs, Netflix, Squidward, WeChat, Mrs. Puff, Instagram, Pearl, Shane, Gary the Snail, iTunes, Plankton movie characters and their favorite candies. Plankton, Airheads, SpongeBob, Juicy Fruit, Karen, Baby Ruth, Patrick Star, Laffy Taffy, Sandy Cheeks, M&M's, Mr. Krabs, Skittles, Squidward, Ring Pop, Mrs. Puff, Twix, Pearl, York, Gary the Snail, Nerds, Plankton movie characters and their favorite mobile games. Plankton, Fishdom, SpongeBob, Temple Run, Karen, Piano Tiles, Patrick Star, Candy Crush, Sandy Cheeks, Subway Surfers, Mr. Krabs, Angry Birds, Squidward, Deep Loot, Mrs. Puff, Word Connect, Pearl, Dress Up, Gary the Snail, Snail Race, Plankton movie characters and their favorite breakfast foods. Plankton, Avocado Toast, SpongeBob, Omelette, Karen, Blueberry Pie, Patrick Star, Waffles, Sandy Cheeks, Boiled Eggs, Mr. Krabs, Red Velvet Pancakes, Squidward, Salads, Mrs. Puff, Hash Browns, Pearl, Cupcakes, Gary the Snail, Donuts, Plankton movie characters and their biggest fears. Plankton, Losing Karen, SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs, Karen, Virus, Patrick Star, Hunger, Sandy Cheeks, Losing all of her fur, Mr. Krabs, Pearl, Squidward, Spider, Mrs. Puff, Getting Old, Pearl, Nothing, Gary the Snail, Loneliness, Plankton movie characters and their favorite TV shows. Plankton, Ninja Turtles, SpongeBob, Invincible, Karen, Spider-Man, Patrick Star, Teen Titans Go, Sandy Cheeks, Looney Tunes, Mr. Krabs, Miraculous Ladybug, Squidward, Ben 10, Mrs. Puff, Mickey Mouse, Pearl, Sophia the First, Gary the Snail, Avengers, Plankton movie characters and their favorite fast foods. Plankton, Subway, SpongeBob, McDonald's, Karen, Culver's, Patrick Star, Dunkin' Donuts, Sandy Cheeks, Panda Express, Mr. Krabs, Pizza Hut, Squidward, Starbucks, Mrs. Puff, A&W, Pearl, Taco Bell, Gary the Snail, Burger King, Plankton, the movie characters, and their favorite drinks. Plankton, Sprite, SpongeBob, Mellow Yellow, Patrick Star, Starbucks, Sandy Cheeks, Bang, Mr. Krabs, Coca-Cola, Squidward, Mountain Dew, Karen, Big Red, Mrs. Puff, Red Bull, Pearl, Poppy, Plankton, the movie characters and their favorite snacks. Plankton, Pringles, SpongeBob, Funyuns, Patrick Star, Wilda Protein Chips, Sandy Cheeks, Loaded, Mr. Krabs, Doritos, Squidward, Popcorners, Karen, Ruffles, Mrs. Puff, Goldfish, Pearl, Pocky, Plankton, the movie characters and their favorite movies. Plankton, Monsters, Inc., SpongeBob, SpongeBob Movie, Patrick Star, Finding Nemo, Sandy Cheeks, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Mr. Krabs, The Incredibles, Squidward, Teenage Kraken, Karen, Big Hero 6, Mrs. Puff, Cars, Pearl, Shark Tale, Plankton, the movie characters and their favorite candies. Plankton, Skittles, SpongeBob, Butterfinger, Patrick Star, Starburst, Sandy Cheeks, Three Musketeers, Mr. Krabs, Red Vines, Squidward, Sour Patch Kids, Karen, Red Hots, Mrs. Puff, Swedish Fish Snacks, Pearl, York Candy, Plankton, the movie characters, and their favorite apps. Plankton, Spotify, SpongeBob, Snapchat, Patrick Star, Instagram, Sandy Cheeks, Amazon, Mr. Krabs, YouTube, Squidward, WhatsApp, Karen, Pinterest, Mrs. Puff, Discord, Pearl, YouTube Kids, Plankton, the movie characters, and their favorite fast food restaurants. Plankton, Subway, SpongeBob, McDonald's, Patrick Star, Duncan, Sandy Cheeks, In-N-Out Burger, Mr. Krabs, KFC, Squidward, Starbucks, Karen, Arby's, Mrs. Puff, Dairy Queen, Pearl, Shake Shack. Plankton, the movie characters and their biggest fears. Plankton, failure to steal the Krabby Patty formula. SpongeBob, not being taken seriously as an adult. Patrick Star, losing SpongeBob. Sandy Cheeks, being away from dry land forever. Mr. Krabs, losing all his money. Squidward, being stuck with SpongeBob forever. Karen, computer virus. Mrs. Puff, SpongeBob getting his boating license. Pearl, embarrassment in front of her friends. Plankton, the movie characters and their favorite mobile games. Plankton, Bad Piggies, SpongeBob, Minion Rush, Patrick Star, Candy Crush, Sandy Cheeks, Temple Run, Mr. Krabs, Coin Master, Squidward, Minecraft, Karen, Among Us, Mrs. Puff, Hill Climb Racing, Pearl, Dress Up. Plankton, the movie characters and their favorite desserts. Plankton, Key Lime Pie, SpongeBob, Banana Pudding, Patrick Star, Strawberry Shortcake, Sandy Cheeks, Coconut Macaroons, Mr. Krabs, Red Velvet Cake, Squidward, Pistachio Gelato, Karen, Cherry Cheesecake, Mrs. Puff, Vanilla Custard, Pearl, Ice Cream. Plankton, the movie characters and their favorite superheroes. Plankton, Green Lantern, SpongeBob, Shazam. Patrick Star, Captain America, Sandy Cheeks, White Canary, Mr. Krabs, Spider-Man, Squidward, Hulk, Karen, Iron Man, Mrs. Puff, Captain Marvel, Pearl, Supergirl. Plankton, the movie characters and their favorite fruits. Plankton, lime, SpongeBob, lemon, Patrick Star, dragon fruit, sandy cheeks, coconuts, Mr. Krabs, cherries, Squidward, apples, Karen, strawberries, Mrs. Puff, blueberries, Pearl, bananas.